This is Halo, the Master Chief Collection. We're here on Xbox Series X, celebrating the game as of 2025, where there actually was a recent update. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. The iconic experience, all of Halo, all together in one ultimate Master Chief package. And it's a great primer to prepare for the arrival of Master Chief Collection on PlayStation and Nintendo platforms after Xbox gave up. Huzzah! So this is the ultimate compilation and experience where you can enjoy Halo 1, Halo Anniversary, ho ho ho! Well, it's Halo Combat Evolved, but you get what I mean. Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo 4. And Halo Reach. It's all here, it's all together, and it's the best way to enjoy Halo, no matter how you want to go about it. I actually died to a grenade. That is genuinely one of the most shocking things I've ever seen in this part. I'm usually invincible. That's hilarious. So you get to enjoy all of the action, all of the campaigns. You can play them alone or cooperatively with others. You can literally, between Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, switch with the press of a button, the back button, between the original retro visuals that you loved back in the day, and the enhanced visuals that take things just a little bit further, which I think is kind of awesome and just genuinely spectacular. There's competitive angles where you can do score competitions or time challenges. There's 4 billion achievements that you could unlock. I've worked pretty hard over the years to try to get them all. Not doing too bad. I think even on a stats perspective, 77 days played, you could say I'm qualified to review this. And all of them, all the engines, all the magic, everything is together. We got skulls, we got new skulls that didn't even exist, like Racophobia. You could fly up endlessly into the air, like you just don't care. And yeah, it is genuinely spectacular. The whole package, all the games, all the love of Halo, here for you to enjoy, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's a 4K resolution, 120 FPS, there's HDR support, there's sometimes 2-player co-op depending on the Halo, sometimes 4-player co-op, online multiplayer with all of the different maps, which we'll show off in a bit, and then of course you've got things supporting the experience, like Forge, where you can customize, create, and share maps. There's a file browser, server browser, where you can enjoy, well yeah, file browser for downloading stuff, but there's a server browser. So you can play custom games with people online. Share your Forge creations with others. You can go into your theater option in order to create dynamic shots and angles. It's got literally everything. There's Firefight, where you fight off waves of enemies. There might even be some flood thrown in there. The experience is just absolutely massive and filled to the brim with combat, intensity, and all of the Halo you could ever imagine. All of the music, all of the sights, everything beautifully detailed and delivered. Not to mention the compilation of well over 100 multiplayer maps, plus Forge levels. It really is the definitive way to play Halo. It's kind of amazing, it's a breathtaking time, and it's genuinely something to be experienced if you've never played Halo before. This is the way to dive into things. I also do want to mention I have a spectacular full review of this game. I know you're probably looking here being like, well, I think this covers the basics. Yeah, the basis and the basics. Well, it doesn't. I've got a full hour-long review if you want the intense, dove into, fully discussed experience that is the Master Chief Collection. But yeah, it genuinely is a beautiful time and a must-play experience. There is so much to do in this package, whether you want to play it entirely alone, fighting off the Covenant, the Flood, and everything else in between, or if you want to have those experiences with others. There are some elements of cross-play. It could be a little bit better there, honestly, for the PC and Xbox, and then down the road other platforms. But no, it really is amazing that this allows you to experience the beautiful music, the epic action, the breathtaking scenes, the combat, the story of the Master Chief across the best Halo games available, the definitive Halo games available, with touched up, fully realized visuals that were never really even something that we could experience back in the day. Like, if you thought Halo 3 looked great, there were just literally even better textures waiting to be unleashed and enjoyed, and it is kind of amazing that I get to continue to showcase and play and stream and enjoy the magic that is the Master Chief Collection. All of the Grunt birthday parties, all of the chaos, all of the Marines, all of the weird quirks, Easter eggs, and silliness, all available here to enjoy, and it really is kind of magical, honestly. Like, I love these games. They're my favorite games of all time. Specifically, Halo 3 is my favorite game, but... And to have them available here, you know, in this one cohesive package is kind of genuinely the greatest thing. Like, the fact that this exists continues to blow my mind every single day when I jump back into it. Like, you know, it's just such a... it's an incredible thing. Like, seriously, like, there's so many games out there that do not have packages, do not have experiences, do not have remastered things where they are able to, you know, dive into your favorite games and see them just looking spectacular, clean, sharp, fluid, smooth, and running their best. It's genuinely amazing that this exists for Halo. At the same time, still waiting for that Halo 3 anniversary, am I right? Well, I think we're way past anniversaries, because they're like, oh, we could make this game look better, and I'm like, I know, the art style of Halo 3 is pretty flawless, but considering this came out in 2007, if those devs over at the Halo Studio 343 can't get this thing going, you know, it's like, really? Like, I know where you could upgrade this game, and I think this game is pretty much flawless, but even I myself see there's points where you could make this look a little bit better, but no, really, it is such a special experience playing these games. Halo Combat Evolved, the experience where Master Chief escaping the Pillar of Autumn, trying to find, you know, a safe refuge after the horrible events that happen in the prequel, which overwrites the book lore and canon. So Halo Reach is technically the first game. Halo Reach is the story of a group of brave Spartans that are attempting to defend Reach against a surprise Covenant invasion, and that in itself is quite magical, and leads you into the events of Halo Combat Evolved. And as mentioned in Combat Evolved, your Master Chief, escaping off the Pillar of Autumn, there's a ring. It's a strange world. You and your AI Cortana, a magical blue being, are attempting to figure out what exactly is happening on this ring. You discover horrific things, such as this parasitic form of the Flood. Then, Halo 2, which is what you're seeing here with Halo 2, and then, you know, the classic original version with the remastered version. Holy blur cinematics, am I right? Another Halo? Get out of here. The Covenant have found Earth. Everything is falling apart. A split story that follows the Master Chief and also the Arbiter. Daring perspectives dealing with this parasitic mind, the grave mind, and also Tartarus, a powerful brute, an uprising within the elite ranks and the Covenant ranks, as you find yourself thrown into the middle of everything going on. Then, Halo 3, the final desperate battle. A focus to try to save Earth, dealing with the Covenant and the Flood. The ultimate ending to the trilogy. And then there's Halo 3 ODST. During the events of New Mombasa's invasion, you will become this small rookie thrown into the midst of things as an ODST, and you will try to defend and help this city that has fallen. Then, of course, Halo 4, the stunning continuation to the trilogy that you thought was over. Well, you were wrong. And that's all of the Halo games in this package campaign-wise. Pretty cool, right? The multiplayer combines the entirety of the Halo experience in this really incredible composer that you can choose how you want to play. You feel in a night where you're doing Halo Reach? Just turn on Halo Reach. You doing a night where you want to play, well, you know, Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary? You do you. The options are there. If you want to play objectives, choose objectives. You want to do Slayer? Choose Slayer. Want to do Arena 4v4? Pick that. Want to do large-scale big team battle? That's an option too. They did talk about extending big team battle to even larger player counts, but that never happened. There's both ranked options and social casual options. There's a rotating hopper of different choices. There's 4 billion different pieces of armor that you can kind of work towards if you want to sit there and unlock the seasons of content, and it's entirely free and baked into the game, which is fantastic. So you really can unlock, you know, not only all of the original armor and weapons and customization and skins and stuff. There's all this new skins in that they added over many seasons. Then there's this rotating store where that takes things even further, so you can basically have just like this almost endless selection of things to work towards. I've got basically everything. There's many different challenges. There's endless multiplayer to play across all of the Halos. It really is just a magnificent, never-ending package. This is Forge World, so this is a place where a lot of Forge maps were created. And you get that distinction here too across the multiplayer. The ability to enjoy Forge. And not this gun that is kind of terrible. The plasma thing, this is not a good weapon. But no, it really is just like the ultimate Halo multiplayer experience. It's perfect. It's got crossplay, you can kind of play with whatever input you want. There's a lot of, I guess you would say, personalization and adjustments within the settings that you can change as well if you want to configure your inputs, your video game settings, and what particular like control scheme you want. Then there's the field of view, third-person field of view, different audio settings for different game modes and sounds, crosshair positioning. It really has just a breadth of configurations that you can choose. It's kind of amazing. Like, it's got literally everything. And every part of the Halo experience that, you know, maybe you were a bit hesitant on or didn't experience in the past or kind of want to revisit, it's all here. Seriously, there's even like an invasion mode playlist. I don't know if you're going to find anyone for that, but that's there. The hoppers are always changing, like I mentioned, so it's like, oh, this is a Fiesta week, or oh, this has got like Griffball going on, which is like the sporting thing in Halo if you don't know what Griffball is, or there's Escalation Slayer. They've even added new game modes since, you know, this game's been in development. Because the funny thing is Halo MCC launched badly. Like, honestly. Just in terms of how it ran and, you know, package issues and stuff like that. It was still a perfect package in terms of the content and the missions, but there were, you know, if you were there, like I reviewed this, I had it a month ahead of its official release back in 2014? Yeah. And it's been over a decade since this came out, which is even scarier to think of how old I've gotten, and the fact that I still kind of regularly play this is kind of nuts. But, like, I've packed in the hours, and they have done an amazing job enhancing this experience, adding to it, supporting it. And at the current point, you know, they're kind of done until they port it to other places. As I'm sure that'll get another little resurgence here, but no, this really is a genuinely special collection for a lot of people. It's, you know, basically some of your favorite games, depending on who you are and what your interests are, but if you're a Halo fan or someone that wants to play Halo, you know, as a Halo fan, it's everything you ever wanted in one package. You don't have to switch to other things, you get to enjoy all of the games nestled together, upgraded, looking great, playing great, feeling great. You get those vibes, those intensity angles. It's all beautifully here. And if you've never played Halo, it's the perfect entryway because you can split and play a little bit of everything. Now, it would be a little bit more daunting if you do, you know, that was terrible. If you do attempt to jump in here and just kind of like play multiplayer because all of the different Halos are different. So if you are brand new, I do recommend for Halo 4, make sure you adjust your classes. Because a lot of people that just start playing Halo, in Halo 4 they run around with the assault rifle. You just get chewed up on. Honestly, like the battle rifle, the DMR, everything like that will absolutely destroy everything you care about. And you will have nothing you can do to stop them. So yeah, I would say the multiplayer, probably a bit of a learning curve if you're casual and, you know, have never played Halo because, well, you know, people have been playing this for years, right? Like some people, you've been playing Combat Evolved, you know, I've been playing since it came out. This is like 20-something years, right? Like, people know these games and they're pretty proficient at them, so it's probably going to take a while for you to get used to, but it's still got the fun of, like, you know, local split-screen action, playing with your buddies, just like Halo was always meant to be played, is, you know, locally together. But you can play it online, you know, matchmake with others, add friends, invite your pals in, multiplayer, like, you know, cooperatively campaign, cooperatively in Firefight, where you're fighting, you know, waves of enemies, like I mentioned, Flood, Covenant, it's all there. And you can build together in Forge, or play Forge maps together, or you can find servers to jump into in order to play all kinds of weird, funny game modes, some old, some new. It really just has a little bit of everything for everyone that wants to try and see what Halo has to offer. And that's what's so magical about it. It really is just a lot of fun. And I really don't think this is even the best way to show off the Halo multiplayer, because it's like a Reach Forge map with like Escalation Slayer, but you know, it gives you an idea of things. It lets you know what this package has to offer and some of the fun it provides. Gives you good enough insight into what it is. But yeah, no, I genuinely think that this is like a definitively ultimate package. Yeah, it's nice to just jump in here and enjoy a good day, night, or, you know, a set of matches of Halo action. It really is everything when it comes to Halo. One package that just goes on and on and on, and I deserve that for missing that melee. That was 100% on me. Just like the crazy amounts of customization and stuff you can do in this game too. A lot of it, it doesn't necessarily match the Halo thing, but you know, you have choices in regards to how you view that too. Oh wow, he's got the rocket as well. That's fantastic. But yeah, I am very thankful and happy that we actually have a package like this for Halo, because there are so few. I've evaded one of the rockets. There's so few franchises out there that actually get this kind of treatment and this kind of care and get it all rolled up into one thing. And I know this was a mess and it took forever, and this was like a decade to get to the point where it's like, no, it's not a decade to get the whole thing going, but it is nice to be at a point where this is such a enjoyed, loved, and celebrated offering of Halo. Because it definitely didn't have the best of launches, and honestly, I know a few pals that used to play Halo with me, and then after the launch of this game, they haven't touched Halo since still, which is a bit sad, but that happens sometimes for product launches that go as rough as this one did. But yeah, objectives, capturing flags, gathering oddballs and holding them, the magic of territories, the evolution of the 3 plots, the voice announcers. I think I've basically covered everything that this package has in a really tight video thing, and as I said, I guess if you want more, there's the extended review that goes over everything, but I thought it was a fine time to kind of dive in and talk about Halo, especially with how much Xbox has changed, and the ecosystem has changed, and the platform has changed, but it is a truly remarkable package and experience, and one that really is quite genre-defining, and while it's not necessarily in its heyday, you know, it's still a really great game that I love, or series of games that I love. Wow, these guys are really intense. Like, this is like early in the morning, so maybe that's the thing here, but these guys go really hard. But yeah, Halo MCC, Definitely do not miss out on this incredible experience and play it if you haven't, and maybe revisit it if you've been thinking about that.